Hello, and welcome to today's video. There is not going to be a goth band recommendation today because this video is going to be a little bit special, involving goth music. So if you ever see those videos on TikTok where it's like what your favorite band says about you, or like what your favorite color says about you and stuff, they give this weird, sort of insulting, interesting description of what you are and what you like and stuff. That's sort of what this video is going to be about, but instead of what your favorite metal band says about you or your favorite rock band says about you, we're going to do something a lot better, cooler, more interesting. What your favorite goth band says about you. So, I don't know if this will be decent, and yes, I am filming in the bathroom because it has the best light right now, and I don't care. So, without any further ado, let's get started. We're gonna start off from the beginning. If your favorite band, your favorite goth band is Bauhaus, then I think it's quite obvious that you love a man with cheekbones. You love a man that wears a suit all the time, a nice, sexy suit. Not like a really ugly suit, but a nice black, sleek suit. You like a man like that. You love a man with cheekbones. And, I think what this is going on to is you like a man that's like Peter Murphy. And that's a good thing. We all like traits. I love Peter Murphy. He's hot. If your favorite goth band is The Cure, well, you probably have really big poofy hair. You love poofy hair. You are very shy. You are very romantic. You're a very romantic, beautiful person, and you like to sleep a lot. If you're not out and about on the day, you're probably getting cozy in bed, listening to lullabies and watching documentaries about spiders or serial killers, all that good shit, right? I mean, yeah, so. And your obsession with Robert Smith is a little too crazy, but I think he loves it and I love it too. Now, if your favorite goth band is Siouxsie and the Banshees, well, you also like big hair, but you also love history. You really love history. And you like the color gold. You like sparkling things, and you like to dazzle. And I don't make the rules. Siouxsie does. If your favorite goth band is The Damned, you probably have once in your life, on and off, or you currently do, have black and blonde hair put together. You probably look like Lily Munster or Cruella, and it's your favorite hairstyle in all of the universe. And why not? Because it's the coolest hairstyle I know. One of the coolest hairstyles. I don't know, there's so many cool ones in general, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if The Damned is your favorite goth band, when they did make goth music, that was probably your hairstyle or your go-to hairstyle. If your favorite goth band is Alien Sex Fiend, you're weird. You're goofy. You like horror. You love horror. You love green things. You love being out there. You love being wild. You love being adventurous. And it's amazing because Nick Fiend is the embodiment of that. If your favorite goth band is Specimen, you probably have more fishnets and bondage clothing, more than any other clothing you've ever had in your life. You probably have an obsession with death hawks, and you love to slay in lingerie. If your favorite goth band is Christian Death, Roz Williams type of Christian Death, well, you love art. You like things that are risky. Very risky. You have a very strong political view on things. And You probably at one point in your life had your hair where it was red and it was fading into black that everybody seems to be having now. And you probably also really hate Marilyn Manson, which is understandable. If your favorite goth band is 45 Grave, you like crazy hair, you like colorful hair. You're like the mother of the group, the goth group that you're in, right? You protect your siblings and all that beautiful stuff, and everybody looks up to you and they love you. And yeah, the one we're all waiting on. If your favorite goth band is the Sisters of Mercy, well, there's a few things about you. You love Patricia Morrison. Who doesn't love Patricia Morrison? You also, you kind of have a love-hate relationship with Andrew Eldridge. You know, can't decide if he's a lot more attractive with or without his beard, trying to act normal in his normal phase. I mean, he was really cute in that, but you know, you also either only have one album of his, which is Floodlands, or you have all of his albums, or the band's albums. But you know, um, also you really like Rain. You love Rain. I mean, honestly, Rain, big poofy long hair, and you probably should probably most likely be seen walking around with a stick or a walking cane, almost about to whack somebody with it, because you know, almost all of their music videos, Andrew's just waving it around. If your favorite goth band is Switchblade Symphony, you love the color purple, you love pigtails, you like fluffy and flurry things, and you know, you're all cutesy and woodsy. I don't know if that's a word or anything, but you know, you are very adorable. I can see you. If your favorite goth band is Faith and the Muse, you have an obsession with dragons. You have an obsession with dragons, fantasy, mystery. You probably love Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You probably like the books even more. You like anything with that regarding, you know, any type of movie that has that fantasy. You love it, and that's why you love Faith and the Muse, because they really embody that very, very perfectly. Now, if your favorite goth band is Ghosting, you're very sassy. You're very sassy, and we love you. We love sassy people. And you slay. You very much slay. If your favorite goth band resides along these these couple of bands of Suspiria, Paralyzed Age, Nosferatu, and sometimes Rosetta Stone, you probably have an obsession with Anne Rice. Like, it is an undying. You have all of her books. You have the TV show stuck in your head. You like the movie. Probably hate Queen of the Damned, the film, but your obsession with Anne Rice, and you probably dress a lot like Anne Rice's characters embodying it, because, you know, that's what a lot of these bands did. And it's perfect. We love it. Same with if your favorite goth band is, I believe it's called The Vampire Lestat. We're getting into newer bands. There's a lot more older bands and stuff, but you know, let's just go into more newer stuff. If your favorite goth band is Le Ben and Hanover. If I butchered the names, I'm sorry. Le Ben and Hanover and Boy Harsher. You either are obsessed with the bands in general, or you just heard the song from either a TikTok or a movie that it was on, or from your raver friend that would put that song on as their playlist, thinking, oh, let's go out and rave and stuff, because I hear the main popular songs by Le Ben and Hanover and Boy Harsher by those guys so much. There's so much more to get into, but hopefully you get more into the band as it goes. If your favorite band is Light Asylum, you have the embodiment of a siren. You feed off of everything around you, and it's beautiful. You are beautiful. As soon as you go into that goth club, the energy gets sucked right into you, and we love you. If your favorite goth band is SRSQ, you really love opera. You know, actually, if it's like SRSQ, Miranda Sex Garden, and in that era line, you really love opera, and that side of goth is just, you look at it and you just mwah, 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 mwah. Which is great because there's so many goth musicians that do opera, like that opera type of music, like Requiem on White, for example, and even Faith in the Muse, right? Where their vocals is, oh, it's so beautiful. An older band, which I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier, but if your favorite band is Lycia, ooh, you love paranormal films or haunting horror films, you know, very good ones like The Others and stuff with a very interesting world into it, you know. Lycia is that type of band where when you listen to them, you're in a whole new world. You're in a whole new dimension. And it's like, at least with me, whenever I listen to Lycia, with the two albums I have and when I listen to them on my phone, I can't really do anything else when I'm listening to them because I have to just, those are my cats. But I have to just gaze and just daydream about a fantasy world that I'm living in when it comes to Lycia. And hopefully I'm not the only one, but I'm pretty sure most people that love Lycia can agree with me. It is very atmospheric and probably some of the most beautiful music you will hear ever. Along the lines of some of the most beautiful music you'll ever hear, Dead Can Dance. If your favorite goth band is Dead Can Dance, a lot of people, I guess some people debate whether they're goth or not, but they're goth enough. Cinema is your thing. You love cinema. Like every time I listen to Dead Can Dance, I think of the music that is behind, you know, those animal documentaries and those life documentaries and stuff. It is so beautiful, and the singers, both Lisa and the guy, they both have such unique, very beautiful voices, and it's like when they play, it's not really, it's not necessarily dance like. You just kind of sit there, you pay attention to them because they're putting on a show. They're putting on a beautiful show. Disjecta Membra. This is a band I found like a couple years ago, and I really like it. And I think with Disjecta Membra and Merciful Nuns, if you are someone who's an obsessive fan of the Sisters of Mercy, I think those two bands you'd really love. Or if you're trying to look for something that's more goth than Typo Negative but has that same kind of feel to it, these two bands, Disjecta Membra, Merciful Nuns, mwah, they're absolutely good. And I think anyone who likes and appreciates their music probably also likes those bands as well. So, yeah. Now, if your favorite goth band is The Devil in the Universe, you probably like a lot of instrumental music. You like a lot of music where it has clips and stuff, you know, sort of like what industrial music has, right? The Devil in the Universe, you're a badass. You are. But yeah. I think that is going to be it for this video. I'll probably make another video depending, you know, if I get enough likes and stuff, or, you know, if I can think of more goth bands, which, you know, There's a lot more goth bands. It's just, whenever I'm like trying to do something where I'm like talking about goth music, my mind is at a blank. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can comment a goth band down there. I know I didn't mention bands like Joy Division, Screaming for Emily, Echo and the Bunnymen. I probably might in the next time I do a video like this. Um, but yeah, comment if you want, like, comment your favorite goth band. And when I say, goth bands, I'm in the lines of gothic rock, death rock, ethereal wave, new wave, dark wave, post punk. Um, Not necessarily goth adjacent, like, you know, Depeche Mode or Hypo Negative, Him, Bluton Gill, like I might do a separate video of like goth adjacent bands like that and the Birthday Massacre and Evanescence, etc. But yeah, so this video is more goth. Even though The Cure nowadays isn't necessarily goth and they weren't always goth, but at one point they were, and they really did help shape the goth subculture. Same with the Siouxsie Sue, The Damned, and that's just how it was. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully, I don't know, I do a good job. And yeah, if maybe I'll do another video like this or something, I don't know. But maybe I can actually think for once and get like a whole bunch of goth bands, which it's also kind of interesting because there's so many goth bands that nobody has really ever listened to because their stuff isn't out well much, and kind of want to help bring that out as best as possible. I'll have people check it out, which I do with my TikTok and stuff. So yeah, so take care, love yourselves, love some kitties, give some kitties some loves, and have a goodbye. Before I go, though, this kitty would like to say goodbye. 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 You know what? Same with this kitty. Goodbye.